Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Fallout. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 8, the season finale for Fallout. One of my favorite things I have watched this year. I definitely, the last episode, I learned something about myself, is that I judged a book by the cover. And I think Lucy judged a book by the cover. Seeing, I even called them freaks, but seeing Vault 4 and how they weren't really bad. They stopped doing experiments that way, and they're allowing people from the surface, and those people from the surface have their own religious things that they do, where to us it looks like a cult, but to them it's normal and it's every day. And it seemed like the surface dwellers and the vault dwellers, they just accepted that about each other, because a lot of the people from the vault were just they got their weird customs. It's too crazy in there for me. But they accept that they have their own beliefs and don't try to stop them and, support it. And, granted, we were supposed to think that about Vault 4. I don't think that there was anyone that was just no, I bet they're all really nice people. They're not experimenting on anybody. This seems very normal. They're just going to let them go. And that's what ended up happening, is they're just really good people. And I feel like a jerk, because I feel like if somebody was walking around and had an eyeball in the middle of their face, that I would be like, weird, you freak. You're definitely doing experiments on people. And that's just how that person looks. And that's not nice, and that's not fair. I definitely learned something about myself, and Lucy learned something about herself too. And then, she still kind of remains herself, which is what's great, is that all of the things that she thought she knew is expanding, but she still remained the same by returning the fusion core. And, Maximus kind of giving her the fusion core and making that choice, I think, is also huge character growth for him too. And, giving her the real head and taking the other head that was off of one of the dead people outside the radio station. Oh, Freddie Armisen is a scary guy. But he took a different head to give to the Brotherhood. And I feel like that's almost certain death for Maximus, but there's something that's telling me that it's not. And I don't know how we get away with this, or I don't know. The fact that Thaddeus is now a ghoul, and I did not see that. Even when his foot healed, I was just okay. And the guy being just oh, radiation doesn't bother you anymore. And I was just wait, what does that mean? And I was just did you just make him invincible? Why were you trying to kill yourself earlier? So there are so many things. So I think maybe Thaddeus and Maximus might be able to have some sort of arrangement, maybe. They can kind of come up with something. I'm not sure. I don't know how they would know that Thaddeus is a ghoul until his nose came off, or survives every bullet that goes through him, because he'll just heal back up and eventually go feral and lose his mind. That was sad. That was unexpected. And but I think the right actor is playing a very capable Brotherhood soldier and being turned into a ghoul. I'm very much looking forward to seeing more from him. I can't wait for him to turn into a ghoul, but I can't wait for him to really be a ghoul. I think it'd be entertaining as hell. Now, another ghoul that we see, wandering around is our ghoul, Cooper. It very much shows how he started to kind of have this corrupt moral compass. And it starts off with his wife and the producers of the movie, wanting him to say a certain thing in a movie and do a certain thing that he normally wouldn't. And the wife being hey, do these commercials. And, it started his career to start to tumble. And now Moldaver is you need to spy on your wife. I didn't know if it was an earpiece. I didn't know if it was supposed to screw into the Pip-Boy, but it's an earpiece. And, he struggles with it. He doesn't want to do it. But I think he also kind of wants to know what's going on, because he's not happy about the whole Vault situation, about his daughter, having to give up her dog. And then kind of the wife saying just we want the best ones and we get to manage Vaults. And I think him getting the earpiece out of the trash is really when it cemented that he has compromised his morals. And there's nothing wrong with that necessarily to like challenge your morals, but I do see that like him kind of the slippery slope that the ghoul eventually goes down. It was really interesting because when they were interrogating Lucy, or Goosey, whatever you guys want to call her, that they were saying things like, well, what experiments do you do at your vault? And she's like, we don't do any. I'm sure there is one going on. Maybe it's more of a social experiment, but we also saw, Norm go into 31 and was kind of like met with like machine noises. He wasn't met by like humans. So I don't know what 31 beholds. All I know is Stephanie's from 31 and Betty's from 31, and the people that are from 31 know something that the rest of the Vault Dwellers don't. I'm kind of scared for Chet in 32 with Stephanie and also Woody. And Norm now going into 31. I don't know what the repercussions are of that, but I'm excited to find out. Now, also, the ghoul has 404 after Thaddeus left him. And you know what? I'm mad at Thaddeus for that, but I want the dog to be with somebody and not in a cooler. So as I look at it, it's a better situation for the dog. But that does mean that the ghoul will be finding the head, and Lucy will, come toe-to-toe with him yet again. And I hope he remembers what she did for him. He should not be alive right now, and she saved his life. And she wouldn't compromise who she is to win against the ghoul. She could have just been like, later, sucker, and was out of there. And she's like, no, here you go. I'm not going to change who I am. And I think that might be something that he hopefully finds inspiring, because when he says like, you're me, just give it some time. And I didn't know if that meant like radiation in the ghoul, but now that I know that like ghouls aren't made that way, I don't know. Was he poisoned? I don't know. We saw the guy poison Thaddeus, but I don't know if that's how Cooper became a ghoul. Anyway. So, I'm hoping that maybe they go together so he can see Moldaver and she can get her dad back. I'm still kind of confused as to why they took her father. And with Rose's Pip-Boy being the one that helped them break in, I'm assuming Rose's mom is alive, and I've been saying that the whole time. So I'm hoping a family reunion? I mean, Norm isn't there, but Norm is definitely on his own mission. But curious to see... I don't know. I don't think it'll be a happy, like, family, like, everyone come in for a hug. It might be a little bit shocking or surprising from what we see. But I'm really looking forward to it. I'm sad that the show is ending, because that just means that there's no more for a long time. But what a great show. Like, I knew nothing about it going into it. And now that I've even learned this and I've played a little bit of Fallout Shelter, I'm having such a good time that I wish I had more to watch. And it wasn't just 8 episodes, but I do think that like they thought really hard about these stories and the stuff that went into it to make it a really good story. And I do appreciate that. And there's a reason why it's so good. So guys, I'm excited to get into this last episode. So let's get into it.
I will.
He was so happy for a split second. Maybe I do buy the chemistry a little bit. Maybe I just don't want like our 2 main characters to have a relationship. It might be more so what it is, but...
Philly clear for lead. The locals put up a fight, but so did we.
What does that mean? Did they take over Philly? What are they gonna do, though, when they find out that the head doesn't have anything? Why do they all assume Maximus killed Titus instead of just letting him die?
Please listen to me!
I can get you the real head.
Don't kill me and I can lead you to it!
Dane, you don't owe him anything, though.
Oh, I can help you!
Please, my lord. My injury was my own doing, not his.
What?
Such a display of loyalty.
Yeah.
Don't see that much anymore.
Ding. Okay, so the ghoul's information wasn't wrong when they said that Moldaver was up the observatory. There's ghouls mixed in here. An accepting place.
Well, thank you for the ride.
Oh, it's the least I could do after I bungled your oil change. Have a great day.
Thank you, Coop.
Okay.
Did he plant? Oh, he needed to be closer, so dropping her off and bungling an oil change. That's how to get it done.
I don't have kids myself, but I do have a training program for up-and-coming executives, and that's basically the same thing. Well, I call it Buds Buds. So the biggest obstacle to achievement has been the brevity of the human lifespan. Buds Buds will keep my project on track centuries into the future.
We're getting late.
Oh, yes.
Let's go.
Big day today.
I wonder if Buds Buds have anything to do with Moldaver living 200 plus years. Now, who's that ghoul that was looking at Lucy when she was walking in? It was like, that's her. Like, who could that have been? Oh, was that maybe it was one that got away from the grocery store? It's like she's some like...
Lucy.
Hey, Dad. Okay, I thought he was in on it. Oh. A feral ghoul. Who's that ghoul and why is she sitting at the table?
If you don't mind, I'm gonna keep things civil.
Right in her dinner.
Brought you your friend, just like he asked. Give me my dad back.
Probably should have made that deal before you gave her the head.
What if I tell you how I know your father? Who he really is?
Well, I want to know, but...
Don't listen to
You think your father was born in a vault, like you?
31. Always comes back to 31.
Hello?
Oh, give me the juiciness. Nervous and excited.
Hello?
Is this like it for 31 maybe? Maybe there isn't even a vault.
He's the future of humanity. Well, this is just ridiculous. All right. I'll get it this time. The key to the...
It's just a brain in a...
Thank you, Betty. Wait, you're not Betty.
No.
Or Hank. Initiate Protocol 53.
It's kind of really slow. You could just let him run into things.
Sorry, just hold still.
No!
Wait. I won't answer your questions unless you let me inject you with this.
No.
This secret must be guarded. Don't go in there. Don't read anything in there. Or turn on the lights. Don't you access the info tree or look at the terminal. Wait, just...
You're so fierce.
Coming?
I'm coming!
By the way, Mr. Howard, there's a new guy who works with Barb. Henry. He's a really big fan of yours. Do you mind if I bring him by just to meet you for a moment?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, always happy to meet a fan.
He's so nice. I feel like Henry's gonna be a reveal. Maybe, maybe not.
When I think about the future, I think about my daughter. How do I provide her with a better future? That's what we've invited you here to discuss.
Bringing morals into it doesn't make it any better what they're doing.
I suggest we hedge our bets.
Yeah, who are all these people at the top
I am
here?
the overseer here. My orders...
Brain on a Roomba?
Why isn't this working? This is conflict resolution 101.
Where's the rest of the vault?
This is the rest of the vault.
Is this where my dad's from?
No, he's not
You'll
from
never
31.
find out. Oh, he's gonna find out.
Oh my god, all the cryotubes.
These are Bud's buds. My buds.
Buds.
America outsourced the survival of this country to the private sector.
Oh my god, so that's his brain. That's Bud's brain.
We kept Vault Tech alive instead. Because the future of humanity comes down to one word. Management.
Management.
So what's Vault 32 and 33? Just people to be controlled?
What? Oh, when you put it like that, sounds downright morally questionable.
The whole thing is...
We could intentionally overcrowd a vault so people have to compete to survive inside it.
We have been developing a robot. I would like to see a vault governed by it.
What about using illegal immigrants?
We could put psychotropic drugs into the air supply.
We could separate parents and children and...
This is so dark.
How can you guarantee results?
By dropping the bomb ourselves.
There it is. Oh, Coop, I'm sorry.
Everything all right, Mr. Howard?
I'm fine, Betty.
Betty. Oh, I just realized it's Betty.
Mr. Howard.
Henry. Hank.
Huge fan. I'm Henry, but everyone calls me Hank.
Oh my god! I figured it out just in time. Oh my god.
I hate to be that guy, but you think you could give me an autograph?
That's why he knew Hank's name.
He never told you where he's really from, when he's from. He never told your mother either.
What do you know about my mother?
She was like you.
Please don't tell me she's the ghoul sitting at the table.
She was kind, curious. Isn't that why you came to the surface, really? Partly to rescue your father, but to know why I took him.
I mean, yes. Oh my god, who's the ghoul at the table? I thought it was going to be Coop's wife, and now I think it's Lucy's mom.
Wait, Dane, they're sending you?
Punishment for what I did to myself. I was just scared of going to the wilds. I had no idea they'd blame me for it.
Wow. Dane really did that to themselves.
There's nowhere safe, Max. And there's no leaving. I wish there was.
Oh, I don't think I could put a razor blade in my boot and hurt myself intentionally like that. Damn, Dane. So are they headed to the observatory? It's a dope base of operations, though. Great view.
Your mother discovered that something was siphoning the vault's water away. From that one clue, she deduced that maybe civilization had returned to the surface.
Oh, wow.
So she ran away, like you did, Lucy, and took her children. And she found this wonderful city that was everything the vaults had promised.
She is lying.
Oh my god, the observatory's in the back.
And when she decided not to return home, he took the children and he burned that city to the ground. Shady Sands. That's how Vault-Tec deals with competition, just like they did 200 years ago.
Oh my god, Hank.
What you brought me is cold fusion. It's limitless energy. When Vault-Tec bought my research, they made it proprietary. All I need is for him to give me the code.
Lucy! Look at me!
Why would you still hold on? Help Moldaver.
My mother. What happened to her?
I think you know.
The necklace.
Lucy. She's lying, Lucy.
No, she's not. You know she's not lying.
Just give her the code.
Why not?
Give her the code, Dad.
Do we trust that he's typing in the correct code? How do they contain cold fusion? Oh, Lucy, I'm so sorry. Yeah, your brother's finding that out right about now, too. Oh no. Oh god, really?
Barricade the doors!
Barricade the doors, the domes are open.
I loved your mother, but you stopped being your mother when she left home.
No, she stopped being your wife.
And she took you into danger.
Oof. That's a way for Lucy's morals to be challenged, just like Coop. Finding out about his wife and what she's instigating, what she knows, what she was doing. Oh! I don't know what that was, but they did him dirty. Jesus, Maximus.
You're there by my side.
Good job, Maximus. He's gotten braver and braver as the episodes have gone on. I really like his development. Come on, Dane, you got this. Jeez, it's so brutal. Oh. Ghoul? How do you get in there?
I bet that outfit makes y'all feel like a big man, don't it? Well, I used to wear one back in the day. There was a flaw in the welding just below the chest plate.
Oh,
I
shit.
wonder if they fix that in this new model.
Oh, show didn't. Nope.
I guess not.
You know what? I need like the Ghouls theme to play when I'm working out, because every time I like do like a bench press, it's like, oh, wah. Oh, well, oh my god, this is so amazing. I love it. Gosh, she's really good at crying. Oh, that person does not have a head.
Lucy! Lucy? Hey, I'm her father. Can you get us out of here?
Oh, don't let him out. Don't let him out! Maximus!
Come on. We gotta get out of here.
No, not with him.
Why not with him? What do you mean?
It was him.
What was him?
Shady's hands.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh god. Oh god. Maximus had a beautiful life there.
It was him.
Oh god! Oh god!
You're coming with me.
You know about the chest plate flaw. Oh!
Max, wake up.
You see what this place does to people? I'm your father, Lucy. You came all this way for me. You're not gonna hurt me.
I'd rather the Ghoul do it than Lucy.
Now, I've waited over 200 years to ask somebody one question. Where's my fucking family?
Oh my god, are they still alive? Are they in tubes? Why did he let him live?
Wake up. Wake up.
I'm pretty sure he had a head injury. You shouldn't do that to somebody who just hit their head that hard.
Come on.
Stimpack, anyone?
Now, you can stay here with him, but when his tin can soldier friends take this place, they will kill you and everybody here.
Yeah, I believe that.
Or you could come meet your makers.
Go with the Ghoul. Oh my gosh. Please put your mother out of her misery. Mom. Yeah. The mercy he taught her. Okay. What happens now?
We did it, Rose.
Wait, are those lights turning on? Wow.
Is that their leader? You killed her.
Kind of lucked into that, didn't he?
All hail Maximus! That shall be night hereafter! All hail Knight Maximus! All hail Knight Maximus! All hail Knight Maximus!
Yeah, now you're stuck in the Brotherhood.
We
We three are all alone. Absolutely. This music fits so much. Every episode. So where did Hank go? So you guys might have to tell me what he was looking at the end, because I wanted to assume that that was Vegas because it kind of looked like the stratosphere, but kind of where the mountains were sitting, it doesn't make any sense. Probably not Vegas. Oh, well. Alright. Because I live in Las Vegas, I just want to tell you where those mountain ranges are. Doesn't make any sense. Just saying. I know too much. I see that valley every day for the past 20 years. Okay, so I watched episode 7 last night, and what a difference a day makes. I mean, I knew something wasn't right about Hank, especially being from 31. Like, I knew he knew more about what was going on. I did not expect them to be in the cryotubes, Bud's brain on a Roomba, very slowly trying to catch up to Norm. It's very entertaining. But man, all of them sitting at that table and kind of being like, oh, well, we'll overfill a vault and we'll have them fight each other for survival, and we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll do this, we'll do that. And it just sounded so barbaric. And it's just like kind of playing God, kind of like, I don't know. It's absolutely horrifying. And then for Cooper's wife to be the one that is kind of like really selling it and saying like, let's just drop the bombs ourselves, which means that Cooper's wife and daughter have to be in a cryotube. And especially, I mean, he ran away on horseback with his daughter. So where they went, you know, we'll probably get flashbacks. I mean, Betty was young. Like, I put together Henry and Hank at the very last second. Like, I was like, wait, Henry, Hank, oh my God. I was like wondering what that damn reveal was going to be. And then I was like, bing, light bulb. My thoughts are all over the place right now. I could take a minute to gather, but I don't think it's going to help. Okay. I don't know how Moldaver stayed alive. I'm assuming also the tanks, the buds. Man, but like cold fusion, seeing that city light up, that was gorgeous. That was beautiful. Of course, Rose, I was like, oh, Rose is still alive. Technically she was, but that ain't no way to live. But as soon I was just like, who's that ghoul? I was like, oh my God, that's Cooper's wife. You know, Moldaver hates Cooper and kept his wife alive. And then it became very apparent that it was Rose. Poor Lucy. She didn't kill her dad. She didn't compromise who she was, you know, and she learned to like with Raj, you know, with the ghoul shooting Raj in the head, you know, learned that mercy, that it is a mercy to like let Rose go. Damn. I understand why they wouldn't want cold fusion to happen and have the people that are currently alive on the surface be the ones that like restart humanity, because they're damaged, they're broken, like all these things. They want everyone peachy keen and nice and squeaky clean like Lucy and all of the generations to come. And Maximus was at Shady Sands when her father dropped that bomb. Wow. And like, you know, Lucy's mom being right that there were people alive on the surface. And I don't know why Hank would be so insistent that that wasn't the case, because their whole like thing was to be like Reclamation Day. And like why that didn't happen, I don't know. I mean, obviously the vaults aren't communicating with each other. Everyone has like their own thing going on and they were all allowed to choose that and how they wanted to see humanity go. So I don't know if, you know, Hank was just trying to keep building. Now, what happened to 32? Because they all killed themselves. So what did they find out? Like what was happening with Hank? The mystery of 32 and what happened there is like they knew they weren't ever going to get to leave, or that they were an experiment, or they were being controlled. Like, what did they find out? Still more questions. But yeah, poor Coop finding that out about his wife. Poor Lucy finding that out about her father. Poor Norm finding that out about the vaults. poor Maximus, realizing that the Brotherhood isn't what he wanted it to be, or, you know, it was a place for him to be accepted, but he was never really accepted. And now he's going to get the title of knight, and he doesn't want to be there. Him or Dane, for that matter, and Dane injuring themselves. I really was just like, oh yeah, I guess it had to be Maximus. And that's wild. I could not have guessed that. It seemed like Dane was really excited to be part of whatever was going on, like the Brotherhood, like being a knight, and to injure themselves because they didn't want to go out in the wilds is interesting. And look at how Maximus fared. Like, he didn't know anything about nothing, and, you know, somehow lucked into everything. I really like Maximus's character development. He drives me crazy because I want him to make the decisions that I would make. And it's always frustrating when they don't, because to me, like, Lucy is making all the decisions I would want her to make. And I think that that's like the two things that, like, they represent is, you know, someone who will make the choice you don't want them to make, someone who will make the choice you want them to make. And where you get the relief of them making that choice, sometimes it's not the best choice. And sometimes Maximus would do the choice that needed to be done rather than the one you wanted done. Thaddeus is out there somewhere, ghouling it up. Oh, what a bummer. What a bummer. But we've seen our ghoul, you know, survive 200 plus years, and, you know, there's definitely a chance that, you know, Thaddeus could have a nice long life. If that's a life. I don't know. But I was like, who's the ghoul that recognized Lucy? And I was like, is it the foot salesman guy, or the snake oil salesman guy? I almost said the foot oil salesman guy. Anyway, and then I was like, who would that be? And I was like, oh, I bet it's one of the ones that she freed. You know, that, like, she's like this savior of freeing the ghouls. And, like, I love that she's like a hero to them. And that they were just accepted into the New Republic and in New Republic of California. The new. But, you know, now we're going to Vegas. Season 2 is Vegas. They better make it look like Vegas, because as far as I know, the mountain chain wouldn't have moved that much. And if it did, California would have been in the ocean. So get the mountains correct. I'm looking forward to that, because if the ghoul and everybody is shooting up my hometown, I can't wait. I can't wait. Maybe I'll play that one before it starts. Maybe I won't. I always say that I want to do that, but I want to go into it as blind as possible, because that's how I enjoy things way more. I do find that when there are things that I have seen before, I'm looking for, like, little hidden things or little Easter eggs or, like, little sayings or, you know, like, characters being hidden somewhere. And I think, like, the more I know about it, the more I'll be looking for that than enjoying the story. And in this, I really enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the mystery. I enjoyed the fun, the gore, all of it. You know, the fact that, you know, I think Cooper, when he said that he's worn one of those suits before, I don't know if that was after the bombs were dropped or if that was when he was fighting the war previously. But the fact that he, like, knew the weakness, that was such an amazing scene. The lighting in that was amazing. The way that it was shot was amazing. I just generally like this show and the way they do things, the way they make things look, everything just, like, feels, I don't know, like, so fake and so authentic at the same time. I love it. Like, the whole brain in a jar, like, you know, Bud's head, his brain. I would have thought Bud's brain would have been way smaller than that. But anyway, the art design on that was fantastic. I don't like Bud, but I really like that. Oh, man. And I'm, like, wondering, like, the people that are frozen, I say frozen, but they're, like, in a capsule, like, do they know when they wake up what their job is and what they're supposed to do? Like, is that what's programmed in there when they go to sleep? I mean, they're definitely all in on it, because Betty's saying, like, oh, like, I helped your father bury your mother myself. Like, obviously Betty's in on it. Stephanie is in on it. She's scary, though. Like, to go up against Betty is very scary. Now, I don't know if Norm's going in the capsule or not. I don't know if he finds a way out of that. Not that I'm like, smash Bud's brain, but I'm like, do we need that? I don't know if we need that. He seemed pretty useless. Well, he was, like, giving Norm all the information. It's just like, no, don't go in there. Don't turn this on. Don't look at that. Don't look at this. Oh, no, you'll never figure it out. Shoot, you figured it out. Yeah, I'm sure Norm will find a way to get out of this. Oh, man. Oh man, they left us with like so many juicy bits that it's just like I want to savor the flavor, but there's just not enough. There's just not enough. Now, I love that Cooper is like, oh, you know, tracking a stuck pig and has 404. Obviously, 404 is tracking Lucy's dad, and he's probably dripping blood as he's flying over to Vegas. I don't know how long it's going to take him to get there on foot, but I do know that it's about a 4.5-hour drive from where they were from in California. So a while. I don't know if they're going to do a time jump or we get to see the travels of Lucy and the ghoul, but I'm looking forward to it so much. And again, everyone did such a great job. And I know that I sing, you know, Walton Goggins praises, but he's so good at playing two different characters, but like still it's the same person. It's brilliant. And I hope he gets nominated for something because he's fantastic. He deserves everything. He has for like the longest time. Like he definitely, every role that he's been in has been amazing. So I'm really looking forward to season 2, and I know that I've got to wait a really long time for it, and that makes me really sad. But guys, if you want to watch the full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon. But in the meantime, remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, did you catch on to everything? Like the Hank Henry thing, and like that it was Rose as the ghoul? Like, I got it before it was revealed, but I feel like maybe somebody could have picked up on it way before I did. But like, what a great twist. What a great twist. I love it. I love it. I love the story. I love these characters. But what did you think of this first season? Are you looking forward to season 2? I think if anything, you're watching the reactions, you are. You really liked season 1. You're really looking forward to season 2. But it might spoil some things from the game, but I feel like this is a made-up world, or it's a made-up story in a world that's already existed, and that they took bits and pieces from it. And you know, are you looking forward to the Vegas story? Like, which one of the Fallout games is your favorite one to play, and why? And why? I would figure, you know, the OG one is because of like the nostalgia, but like Vegas might have something else to offer. I don't know what other, I know it goes up to like Fallout 4. So like, you know, yeah, let's talk about the games. I don't know if I'll guarantee that I'll play one in between. I might just get a Jones in for some Fallout, and Fallout Shelter might not be covering it. Mostly because I think I'm killing people and there's never enough food or water and power, and I don't know if I'm really good at running a vault. Have you guys played Fallout Shelter? What's your vault number? I bet the majority of people picked 42 or 69. Just saying. Anyway, guys. Because the one I'm playing on my phone is 42, and the one that's in the Tesla is 69. So, and I wonder how it's doing, because I haven't looked at that screen in about 3 weeks. It's not my car. So, I don't know. Anyway, guys, come back here for season 2, and then any other content that you like on my channel. Right now, I'm currently watching the New Who, not the new Who, but I'm starting with the Christopher Eccleston era of Doctor Who. I am watching Farscape. Those two things could not be dramatically more different when it comes to aliens. Also, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which I have found is not only not a kid's show, but like they're not messing around. They're not messing around. They're not afraid to hurt my feelings. Yeah. Looking forward to The Boys. I'm finishing up Gen V. And then, of course, X-Men 97 at some point will be up throughout the month of June. So come back here for any and all of that. And in the meantime, guys, I'll see ya.